Alright, now you've had some practice with these special products, let's look at example 3, which is a bit of a problem solving type question. It says complete the following expressions. So it gives us the expansion and we've just got to fill in the gaps, okay, in each of these questions. So remember our expansion, I'll write it here down the bottom. We have a plus b all squared equals a squared. This is the way I like to say it when I write it out. A plus b all squared is square the first, a squared, square the second, which is b squared, and the middle term is double, which is 2, the product of the two, ab. Okay, so square the first, square the last, and then the product of the two, the middle term is the product of the two doubled. Okay, square the first, square the last, double the product of the two. Now, look at this. X plus 5 all squared equals x squared plus what plus what. Now, of course, we could expand this out and we could get our answer, but we want it quicker than that, much quicker. So we need to find out what the missing numbers. So remember, if this is my A, this is my B, let's look at the last box first. Okay, the last box is actually b squared. Okay, b squared, but my b is 5, so it's 5 squared, so it's 25. So this one here is 25. Now, this box here in front of the x. Remember, we've got a is our x, b is our 5, and this middle expression is 2ab. So if I write down 2ab, it's going to be 2 times x times 5, which gives me 10x. So what number is missing? We've got an x there, which corresponds with that x there, so the number missing is 10. Alright, look at B. B is a little bit harder because we're missing our B term and we're missing our B term here, so we can't find this one until we find that one. Now, to find this one, we are going to use our middle term here, which is 8x. I'm going to ignore the negative because the negative is here and the negative is here. Alright, so they correspond with each other, so I'm just going to be worried about 2ab. Now remember, this is my A, this is my B. We don't know what B is at the moment, but we do know what the answer is. The answer is 8x. So let's replace, leave the 2 there, let's replace the A with x. And we don't know what the B is, so I'm going to put the B in there, and that equals 8x. So this x matches with that x, and we've got 2b must equal 8. So b must equal 4. So this number in here has to be 4, which of course means that b squared, which is this one here, has to be 4 squared, which is 16. So that's 16 there. Alright, last one. Similar question to part B, but it is a little bit more difficult. So remember, this is my A term, this is my B term. I need to find b before I can find b squared, but I know this term here, we have 2ab equals 5y. On this side, I don't know what b is, I do know what a is, and a is y, so I've got 2 times y times b equals 5y. Now, this y matches up with this y, So I'm left with 2b equals 5. So b will equal 5 over 2, or 2.5. But I prefer to write it as 5 on 2. And you should write it as 5 on 2. 5 on 2. Now there's my b. Now what's my b squared? Is going to be 5 on 2 squared, which is going to be 25 on 4. So this here is 25 on 4. This here is my b, which is 5 on 2. Alright, let's see if you can do the answers for question 6.